Hi, I'm Zack with PreProperty Solutions. We're going to focus on the seller side today. If you've been watching these videos, we've been producing videos weekly to help both buyers and sellers understand exactly how we can help and how our program can benefit both buyers and sellers. Let's focus on the seller side today. I get this question asked quite often is how do I determine what is the best length of time for a lease purchase, owner financing, or other terms that we typically agree upon? It's twofold here. One, we got to make sure that it fits your timeline, meaning let's say that you have something that's due in, say, 3 to 5 years, like you'd like to buy another property, or maybe you have a bill that's due at that point in time, some debt that's due. We can base that around that timeline. And then two, we got to make sure that it fits our timeline as well. This is definitely a give and take relationship. Typically, it's going to fall somewhere between 36 months to 10 years. That's our typical time frame there. And the reason why we position it this way is because when we go sell the property to a third party, which is our tenant buyer, and if you don't understand who the tenant buyer is, go ahead and go on to PrePropertySolutions.com and watch how our rent-to-own program works. That's a great place to start. But when we place our tenant buyer in the property, we're going to do a strict vetting process, which is going to give us their mortgage readiness date. Typically, what we find is somewhere between 12 and 24 months they're going to be mortgage ready. We then would agree upon with you a longer period of time. Why? Because we want to make sure that if this tenant buyer does default, even though it is rare, it does happen, if they do default, that we have plenty of time in order to fulfill our obligation with you. Because again, you as the seller and us as the buyer, we're the ones that are working together. You actually have no obligation to that third party, but I do like you to be aware of exactly what's happening on the back end. So I know this is a long-winded answer to this question, but more or less it's going to come down to where are you comfortable? Do you need this money when it gets cashed out for a specific purpose? If so, what's your timeline look like? Then it's, okay, do we have enough time on our end to not feel as though it is a risky investment? And then what we do is we find some place in the middle in which you're both comfortable. That's more or less how we figure out the timeline. So you have to figure out what fits best for you. We'll figure out what fits best for us, and we'll see if we can be a good fit. If we're not, completely okay. If we are, then I'm certainly willing to help out here. If you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like and share and pass it on. And also, please go ahead and subscribe on YouTube if you like to continue seeing these videos. Talk to you soon.